So maybe we can begin. I'll ask Secretary Wilkie to say grace.
God Almighty, in whose name the founders of this country will have liberty for themselves and for us, and live the torch of freedom for nations now and forever. Amen.
Thank you very much, Secretary. Beautiful. I got reports last night when I was going out to speak. We had, by the way, a massive crowd, and my competitor had very few people, but the press didn't report it that way. The press reported it like 2 speeches. We had a competitor that decided to challenge me with the crowds, and he failed very badly. From what I hear, he had less than 1,000 people. And we had a packed arena, and we had probably 25,000 people outside of the arena. It was an incredible night in Texas, I can tell you that. It was really amazing. But as I'm going on stage to speak, they're telling me about the committee came out with a deal. And, you know, they went over it very briefly. Then I went over it briefly last night, but it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can't say I'm happy. I can't say I'm thrilled. But the wall's getting built, regardless. Doesn't matter, because we're doing other things beyond what we're talking about here. So we'll see what happens. We're having a meeting on it later. It's really obstruction. The Democrats want everybody to be able to come into our country. We have many criminals. When you look at the numbers of criminals, I've seen it in 15 minutes, so, you know, anything's Larry Kudlow, anything is subject to change. Huh? And Matt, I guess maybe at some point there'll be a vote, and maybe at some point you won't be doing what you're doing. Come here. I think you've taken a tremendous amount of abuse. You handled yourself incredibly last Friday. But on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you very much. Matt Whitaker. It's heartfelt. So I can tell you that, am I happy at first glance? I just got to see it. The answer is no, I'm not. I'm not happy. But am I happy with where we're going? I'm thrilled, because we're supplementing things and moving things around, and we're doing things that are fantastic and taking from far less important areas. And the bottom line is we're building a lot of wall. Right now, we're building a lot of wall. And you think it's easy? We're building in the face of tremendous obstruction and tremendous opposition from a small group of people. Now, one thing that happened that was, I think, very revealing, we had the biggest and best border agents and experts come up and see the committee. And they said, more than anything else, you need a barrier, you need a wall. And the recommendation was unacceptable to the committee. So that tells you more than anything else.
Do you really want to go through another shutdown?
I don't think you're going to see a shutdown. I wouldn't want to go to it now. If you did have it, it's a Democrat's fault. And I accepted the first one, and I'm proud of what we've accomplished, because people learned during that shutdown all about the problems coming in from the southern border. I've always accepted it. But this one, I would never accept if it happens, but I don't think it's going to happen. But this would be totally on the Democrats. Okay?
So, Mr. President, are you saying that you may amend and send back the proposed compromise, or that you may grudgingly accept it and then move forward?
Well, it's always nice to negotiate a little bit, right? So, you know, whatever you get. But I would hope that there won't be a shutdown. I am extremely unhappy with what the Democrats have given us. It's sad. It's sad. They're doing the country no favor. They are hurting our country very badly. But we certainly don't want to see a shutdown. But you'll be hearing fairly soon. The bottom line is on the wall. We're building the wall, and we're using other methods other than this. And in addition to this, we have a lot of things going. We have a lot of money in this country, and we're using some of that money, a small percentage of that money, to build the wall, which we desperately need.